You read the title right. In this video, I'll be showing you how to get every single item and block and basically everything in Roblox Islands. So this is going to take a while to make. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on and like the video. Also join my Discord server, linked in the description. If an item is very expensive or high demand, then I'll explain how to get it quickly. But starting off, wheat, tomato, potato, grapes, carrots, and onions, you get them all by buying the seed and then planting them. All flowers you get, and tall grass by waiting on your base until they spawn and harvesting them or destroying them. But for the flowers, you can also get flower seeds from them. And the orange, apple, and lemon you get whenever you're new to the game, and there's a tree, you can just get the stuff off of it. You're given a random one of those 3 trees in the beginning. And then berry bushes and berry seeds. You have a berry bush whenever you're new to the game, you can just harvest that and you'll have a small chance to get a berry seed, and you can plant more and keep harvesting them. And then fertilizer, it's made to use on crops, and it is made from not from crops, but well, it's made from fish. So you just go over to your composter if you have one. For me, I do have a composter at my island, and it is right here, so you just put a fish in it. I'm pretty sure only specific fish work, but you just put it in and then it turns it into fertilizer. So next, crocus, daffodil, horseradish, acorn, and mushroom, you get them all from going to the Buffalkor island or further, and then they just spawn everywhere on them. I don't think they spawn on the desert island though. And then starfruit and starfruit seed, you get them both by going over to Buffalkor island, wizard island. I think those are the only 2 that have it. Or actually, yeah. So you just go over to any islands that aren't the desert island and aren't the slime island, and they'll have them. I don't know if eventually they'll make it so that all of the islands have them or the slime island has them, but I'm pretty sure they're only on Buffalkor and Wizard Island right now. And then for dead bush, you have to go to the final island, desert island, and then they'll be everywhere. You can just mine them to get them. But those are all of the crops. It also kind of includes all of the seeds, but for all of the seeds, you just buy them from the seed salesman. And then the flower seeds, you get them by harvesting flowers. And then all of the tree saplings, you get from just buying them from the shop also. Basically, all of the seeds for everything are gotten by this guy. And by, well, yeah, the seeds guy also has all of these things. So everything that is a seed is gotten from this guy, except for the berry seed and starfruit seed. You get the berry seed from harvesting berries from berry bushes, and the starfruit seed by harvesting starfruit at only the islands. If you do it at your own island, you won't get any starfruit seeds. Next blocks are stone and stone bricks, so you can get stone just by buying the totem and then putting it by a conveyor that leads to an industrial chest and just get it there, or you can place it on your island and then mine it, or you can even get it by going over to the main island and then finding stone near the mining area and just mining it. But you get stone bricks by putting them in the stone cutter, and then you can craft the stair and slab here, along with the mossy stone brick here. And then next up for blocks are all of the wood blocks. You just need to buy the tree from the seed salesman, and then you can put it inside of the sawmill to get planks, and then you can also just craft the stuff in here from the planks. But those are all easy to get, and that covered most of the things. Now for grass blocks, sand, gravel, glass panes, clay, or not clay, but glass pane, carpet, and all of the other stuff that you can buy from the block guy, you can get all of those blocks there. But then to get clay, you have to get the clay totem and put it by something like a conveyor, or you can just put it by itself and mine it. And then after that, for the stairs and fences and everything, those are also the wood things. You can just get it there. Ladders, that's another wood thing, so you can get ladders and the workbench also. To get trellies, you have to craft them in the workbench. Same with doors. Coal block, iron block, gold block, you have to get the iron or coal totem and then just use those. Or for gold, you have to go over to the Buffalkor island. I think the wizard island also has gold too, but you just mine it and then you can craft all of those blocks here. A lot of this stuff is just able to be crafted in the workbench or in the block shop. But then to get dried grass, you have to put it in the furnace, and then to get the torch, you have to craft it here. To get bamboo, you have to go over to the slime island and mine bamboo, and to get dried bamboo, you just have to put it inside of the small furnace like a lot of other things, and then the bamboo blocks are also in here that you can craft with those. And the next are the aquamarine things. So to get the aquamarine block, you have to go over to the lake. There's a lake at the slime island and at the main island, and you just swim in there, mine the aquamarine at the bottom. It is an ore, and then you can just craft the block here, and then you can even put it inside of the stone cutter like stone, and then craft all of the other stuff for it here. So it's basically just like aquamarine colored stone. And then to get coral, also you go underwater in the lake and then just mine the coral, same with seagrass. For the mushroom block, you have to collect mushrooms, which you can do at the Wizard Island, I'm pretty sure, and also the Buffalkor Island. And then red sandstone, brick, stairs, slab, all of those are from if you go over to the Desert Island and then mine the red sandstone, it will give you the block, and then you can make the other stuff with it, with the stone cutter and then the workbench. And then the last block of them all, well, blocks are the signs, so these are counted as a block. A lot of these things are counted as blocks because you can place them, and they don't really have that much of a purpose except for being placed. Even if they're not block shaped, they're still technically a block. So these signs you get just by getting wood from trees, and then you can craft them here. Now for the Buffalkor Crystal and Wizard Island Key. You can get both of those just by fighting Buffalkor, and then after those are the industrial things. So the medium chest you get just by getting wood planks, and then you can craft it in the workbench. And then the same with the steel rod, but you craft it in the anvil, and you need a steel, or you need iron for it, and some coal. And gilded steel rod, you need the same, but gold also. Conveyor belt, all of the conveyor things, you just go over to the workbench, and then you craft them. You can get the steel rods for them from the anvil. And then for industrial chest, oven, sawmill, smelter, stone cutter, washing machine, and food processor, I'll show how to get all of the items for these after, but you just need the items for it, and you can craft it in the workbench also. And then input-output chest, another thing you just need to craft in the workbench. Now for tools. So to get the wooden tools, you have to go over here, and then you can craft them. Same with the stone tools, but then if you want to get tools better than that, then you have to go over to the anvil, and you can get iron axe, iron pickaxe, iron war axe, gilded steel pickaxe, and then weapons, aquamarine sword, gilded steel hammer, spellbook, and title spellbook. For the title spellbook, you do have to get a blueprint though, and then all of the bows. So these are all tools, you just get them from the anvil and from the workbench like a lot of other things. But then to get everything from the floral bench, you'll need the floral bench game pass, and then you can get leaf clippers, hedges, bushes, more bushes, and then flower pots from here. So if you're wondering how you get all of these things, they are all from here. Now you get empty potion bottles by going over to the Wizard Island and then fighting the wizard lizards. That way you can also get pages, the title spellbook blueprint, and desert island keys just from fighting wizard lizards. Next are totems. So basically every totem, or actually all totems in the game, you go over to the main island, and then the totem shop guy right here has all of the totems that you can get. And then next are the stations. So the tree stump workbench, you get it whenever you first make an account, and then it gives you it as default, kind of like how it gives you a berry bush and the fruit tree and everything. And then to get the basic workbench, workbench tier 2 and workbench tier 3, you have to go over to your current workbench and then craft it. The higher workbench you have, the more of them you can craft, but once you get the tier 3 one, then you can craft all of them. Or actually, when you get the tier 2 one, you can craft all of them, but the tier 3 one, you can still craft all of them. And then to get the anvil, sawmill, stone cutter, coloring station, campfire, cooking table, small furnace, small chest, carpentry shop, vending machine, watering can, water catcher, water barrel, washing station, composter, basic sprinkler, and brewing stand, all of those items, you mainly just need to have wood and a few other things to craft. All of them are inside of the tier 3 workbench. Some of them are in lower workbenches, but all of them are inside of the tier 3 workbench. So To get the stuff in the lighting station for lighting, then you'll need to have the lighting station game pass, but you can have the candle, lantern, lamp post, and sea lantern. And then to get the coloring station stuff, you have to have the coloring station, which I just said how you get it. You get it from the workbench. But then in the coloring station, you can get colored clay, glass, carpet, and that's it for now. And then Gamepass Items, you get Gamepass Items by pressing the shop icon, and then you just have all of the Gamepass things here that you can get, and those are all the Gamepass items. But then oily crops, you get them by having a crop that's normal, or a crop from a totem, touch a conveyor. So it just turns it oily whenever you do that. But then to get the potions in the game, all of the potions, which there are only 2 right now, you have to make a brewing stand, which I already said how you get that from the tier 3 workbench. And then you can make the strength potion and the regen potion. And then next, all ores, you get coal, iron ore, and iron. Well, you get coal and iron ore by mining the coal and iron blocks, or you can also get them from having a totem that spawns them at your island, or by having them on a conveyor that leads to an industrial chest. But then crystallized iron you get as a very rare chance from iron whenever you mine it. It's not really that rare. I think they made it easier to get because I can always get one whenever I mine iron now. I think it's maybe like a 5 or 10% chance, not too hard anymore. But then to get gold ore and gold and also iron that is smelted, you have to have a smelter for gold and iron, and then gold ore you have to go over to the Buffalkor Island and fight Buffalkor, or you can mine it at Lizard Island and Buffalkor Island. And then aquamarine shards and crystallized aquamarine you get by going into a lake, either the one at Slime Island or Main Island, and then just mining the aquamarine because it's an ore inside of the lake. And then the red sandstone you get from going to the desert island and just mining the red sandstone that spawns everywhere. Now for secret items. So you get the Slime Island key, test totem, test blueprint, bedrock, island portal, and legacy food processor, all from trading. Keep in mind, bedrock, island portal, and legacy food processor are almost impossible to find, so if you find someone trying to sell it, chances are they probably don't actually own it. But the Slime Island key, test totem, and test blueprint are all pretty common, and they are very easy secret items to get. Now, for the Slime Island, stuff at Slime Island, you can get all of these just by fighting slimes: green, blue, pink slime ball, green, blue, and pink sticky gear, Buffalkor Island key, and the ancient slime string is also gotten by fighting slimes. And then the Jukebox Disks, you get all of the Jukebox Disks, red, blue, yellow, orange, green, and purple, the same way, just by fighting mobs. All of them have a chance to drop them, but I'm pretty sure that the new ones, or the kind of newer ones, orange, green, and purple, are slightly rarer than all of the other discs. But to get salmon, carp, catfish, red snapper, blue tang, clownfish, tilapia, eel, swordfish, bait, pearl, and propeller, all of those are gotten by fishing, and you can get a fishing rod, which is also a tool, from the tier 1 workbench, I think. I think all of them have it. Pretty sure. Maybe the tier 2 only has it. I don't know, but it's definitely in the tier 3 workbench. And you just get it, then you can go over to the lake, and then you just fish. The best way to fish is whenever you cast out the fishing line, it almost all the time won't be directly on the fish. So just jump in the water and then try to swim around the fish while the fishing line is out. And try to make the fishing line as short as you can, so just barely click it, don't hold it, because then it will be harder if the fishing line is longer to line up everything perfectly. But you want to also go swimming with the fish to confuse the fish, and then it will just make everything easier if you try to line it up while in the water or while walking around the lake. You can also fish at the Slime Island too. But the bait from fish is gotten if you have carrots. You can just go over to your workbench and then craft a bait, which makes it easier to get rare things from fishing. I don't know why it increases propeller or pearls whenever you fish, whenever you use the bait. That doesn't really make sense because those aren't even fish, so it doesn't seem like they'd be attracted to bait, but they are for some reason, and it just makes it easier whenever you're using bait. But for cooking, to get literally everything from cooking, there are so many things you can cook. First, you just need to get a cooking table, which you can craft at the tier 3 workbench or any other workbench, I'm pretty sure. And then you'll see a lot of things here, so you can get all of these. And then if you're not able to sell it to the baker, or just check like if you're going to craft something, I think these are the only 2 things that you can craft that you don't have to actually cook at all, but you'll want to have an industrial oven to cook them if you want to cook a lot of food, or even an industrial food processor to cook the food also, or not to cook it, but just to make the stuff in the cooking table, and then that can lead to an industrial oven. But other than that, you can just put the stuff in the furnace and then it will cook it, so you can do that to make food easily. But that's how you get all of the food. And then to get the stuff from Desert Island, you get all of these just by fighting scorpions. You get the Iron Scorpion scale by fighting the Iron Scorpion, Gold Skorp scale, and Gold Skorp claw from the Gold Skorp, and then Ruby Skorp scale and Ruby Skorp stinger from the Ruby Skorp, and then all of them have a chance to drop the Vamp Bow blueprint, I'm pretty sure, but it's very, very rare, like almost impossible to get. But then Carpentry Station has too many things to actually list, but how you get everything in the Carpentry shop, you get just by getting blueprints. And if you're wondering how to get blueprints to get literally all of these items, the only way to get blueprints that you can use in the Carpentry shop is to do quests. So whenever you're new to the game, lower levels of things will give you blueprints, like it will have a higher chance to give you blueprints. But once your things are very high level, like my banker is level 181, they slowly have a lower chance to give you blueprints. So it's best if you get something very high level and don't have all of the blueprints yet to use the other things for quests, or the other NPCs for quests. But the banker is the best for blueprints, so if you want to get blueprints fast, then just do the banker's quests. Next up, how to get everything from the Obby Kit. So if you want to do everything in the new Obby update, you have to buy the Game Pass. I don't know why they made an update centered around a Game Pass, but if you want to get the stuff from the Obby Kit Game Pass thing, then you just have to get the Obby Kit, and then it has the Obby Start, Checkpoint, Finish, and Obby Leaderboard, and then you can get all of that just by crafting it with wood mainly. And then last thing, the Firework Barrel, that's also a Game Pass, and you can get the small, medium, and large Firework. Just keep in mind the medium and large Firework are basically the exact same, except the large Firework is just a little bit bigger, only the small Firework has a different firework style whenever you use them. But you just need coal to craft them, and well, that's every item in the game. I just explained how to get literally every single item, so sorry if I accidentally missed one or two. There were a lot of things on the list, and this video would be like an hour or two long if I explained how to get every single item at once, because if you notice, I didn't like say here's how you get wheat and then show how to plant wheat, and then here's how to get tomato and then show how to plant tomato, and then just do all of that, because that'd be super long. But I just explained everything, and if it was something kind of harder to get, then I tried to explain that better. But yeah, that's how to get literally everything in Roblox Islands. So if you wanted to know how to get something, well, then that's how. But hope you all enjoyed this video. This took a while to make. This video is pretty long. Some other clarifications are that there's a portal on every single island. So if you go to that island, then you can either use that portal to go back to the main island, or if you're on the main island already and there's a portal somewhere, if it's not the portal back to your island, then you can use it to go to the other islands. The slime island you don't need a key for, but the other islands you do need a key for. And then some of the tools you need a blueprint for, so if it says blueprint needed or something, then you'll need the blueprint for that. And then I think that you have to only have a blueprint for the Vamp Bow and Title Spellbook as of now, but they might add more later. And then now that's how to get everything. Also, if you want to have a higher chance of getting flowers and stuff, just have a lot of grass on your base. It spawns a lot. I wish that you could turn off it spawning, but it just spawns so much. But that's everything. By the way, the last thing I missed, the last 3 items in the game you get from the banker, so you can buy and sell coins to him. So it's right here, and yeah, so now that's how you get all of the items in the game. Thanks for watching. I'm really hoping that I didn't miss anything, because that would kind of be a big bruh moment. But make sure to subscribe with notifications on for daily Islands videos, like the video, join the Discord server and Roblox group linked in the description for trading and talking about Roblox Islands, and follow my Twitter at Telanthric. I'm trying to hit 2,000 followers there, and 200k subscribers on YouTube. But this video took kind of a long time to make. This is probably my longest video on Islands ever. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, YouTube.